Hello guys, this is part 2. In the part 1 we have seen some problems of JM in 2021 and 2020. This is the continuation of the previous part. Let's see some more problems which are given in JM in 2020. Yeah, this problem is given in 2020 JM. Let's see what's the question is asking. Let C be the centroid of triangle with vertices 3, minus 1, 1, 3, 2, 4. Let P be the point of intersection of x plus 3y minus 1 equal to 0 and 3x minus y plus 1 equal to 0. Then the line passing through the point C and P also passes through the point. See, first the given point is C. He said this is the centroid. We know that centroid of a triangle with 3 vertices is x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3 comma y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. This is the centroid, we know this, and all the vertices are known, so we get the point C. So this is simple, so we will get C just by solving this. And he asked P, which is point of intersection of x plus 3y minus 1 equal to 0, 3x minus y plus 1 equal to 0. We know how to solve these two equations. So we will get the point P and we will get point C. Now, then the line passing through the point C and P also passes through the point. So the question is so clear. We know the point P and we know the point C. How to find this? Because all the vertices are known, so we get the point C. So and the line equations are known. If you solve those two, you get the point P. So we know the 2 points. We know C and P. Now we need to find line passing through these 2 points. When 2 points are given, we know that we can find equation of the line by 2-point form. So we get the line, and now you need to check which of these points lie on that line. So clear. Let's find this. So C equals, what is x1? 3, x2 is 1, x3 is 3. So 3 plus 1 plus 2 by 3, comma y1 is minus 1, y2 is 3, y3 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 minus 1 is 6. 6 by 3, which equals 2, 2. So now we got the point C, and now we need to solve these two equations to find the point P. I have said a short trick how to find the point of intersection of two lines in the lecture 8, where I have discussed a condition for concurrent lines. This is nothing but x by, see we need to write x, y and 1, and we need to start from the coefficient of y, and we need to write all the coefficients in order. So I am writing 3, after 3 it is minus 1, and after that coefficient of x is 1. Again I need to write the coefficient of b. Similarly for the second equation, minus 1, 1, and then 3, and then again minus 1. Now x by cross multiplying and subtracting, y by cross multiplying and subtracting, 1 by cross multiplying and subtracting. Or else you can just solve by equating the coefficient of x or the coefficient of y and eliminating one of the variable. But if you remember this short trick, so that in some questions without writing, without putting the pen, you can directly solve x and y by just seeing the equations. It will be helpful when you solving some larger questions. The time will be saved. Now, which case x by 3 minus 1, 2 equals y by minus 3 minus 1 equals to 1 by minus 1 minus 9. So x will be 2 by minus 10. So point P is, what is x? X equals to 2 by minus 10. 2 by minus 10 is nothing but minus 1 by 5. Comma, what is y here? Y is minus 4 by minus 10. So 2 by 5. So we know point P and point C. Now we need to find line joining P and C. From 2-point form, y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1. This is 1-point form. So the slope is nothing but y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So y minus, let's take this is y1, or let's take this is y1. So this is y1 and x1. This is y2 and this is x2. So y minus y1, y minus 2, the slope is nothing but y2 minus y1 or y1 minus y2, anything will be same. So the slope will be 2 minus 2 by 5 by 2 minus of minus 1 by 5 into x minus 2, which gives y minus 2 equals 2 minus 2 by 5, 5 2 is 10, 10 minus 2 is 8. 2 plus 1 by 5, 5 2 is 10, 10 plus 1 is 11. 5 5 gets cancelled into x minus 2. So this is the equation of a line passing through C and P. Now we need to check which other point given in options also passes through this line. In the options, we can see there are 9 in the abscissa and 7 and 6 in the ordinate. If you check here, the denominator is 11. These all are integers. So to get cancelled this 11, we need to have the numerator also some multiple of 11. So if you just check, if you put x equal to minus 9, then it will be minus 11. If it is 9, then it will be 7. The 11 won't get cancelled. So the x will be minus 9. If x is minus 9, then y minus 2 equals 8 by 11 into minus 11. 11 gets cancelled. Y will be minus 6. So y equals to minus 6. So the option is minus 9 comma 6 satisfies. If you start substituting each point 7 comma 6 and checking the answers, it will take a lot of time. Or else you can simply apply some common sense, because the denominator is 11. You need to have some multiple of 11 in the numerator such that the both 11s cancel and we get some point. Yeah, the next question, this is also given in JA 2020. So the question is, ABC is a right angle triangle, right angle at A. So let's say this is A, this is B, and this is C. A is 1 comma 2 and C is 3 comma 1. And the area of ABC, area, we know that area of triangle is half into x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. This is the area, we know this. Let's say this point B is some variable h comma k. The area of ABC is 5 root 5. So we know that area equals to 5 root 5. But we also know that area is nothing but this equation. We know 2 points A and C, and we know this is right angle. If you multiply slope of AB, let's say this is m1, and slope of AC, this is m2. If you multiply these two, we should get minus 1, because product of slopes of two lines which are perpendicular is minus 1 other than x-axis and y-axis. So m1 into m2 should be minus 1. This is one equation. This is one equation. Other equation is area equals to this one, because we know 2 points. Let's say this is x1 comma y1. Let's say this is x2 comma y2. This is x3 comma y3. Or take this as x3 comma y3. So if you equate this area with 5 root 5, you get an equation in x3 comma y3, because x1, x2, y1, y2 are known. Similarly, if you multiply the slopes of BA and slopes of AC, you get equation in x3 comma y3. So if you solve those two equations, you should get abscissa and ordinate of B. So the question is clear. We know, we have seen how to approach the problem. First thing, before solving any question, you should have a idea of the route map, because what you need to solve before to get the solution. So we have seen that area equals to this and slope product of slopes is -1. Two conditions, you get two equations in x3 comma y3. If you solve those two, you get the abscissa of B. This is the clear idea. Please try it out. I will solve now. Pause the video and try it out so that you will get some confidence. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Area is 5 root 5, which is half into modulus of x1 is 1 into y2 minus y3 is 1 minus y3 plus x2 is 3 into y3 minus y1, 3 y3 minus 2 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. y1 is 2, y2 is 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1, which gives half into modulus of 1 minus y3 plus 3y3 minus 6 plus x3, which is half modulus of x3 plus 2y3 minus 5. So this is equation 1. And now if you take the slope of AC, slope of AC is nothing but slope of AC equals 1 minus 2 by 3 minus 1, which is minus 1 by 2. So slope of AB equals 2. Am I correct? Because product of these two slopes should be minus 1, which gives y3 minus 2 by x3 minus 1 equals to 2. So y3 minus 2 equals 2x3 minus 2. So 2 gets cancelled. You get y3 equals 2x3. So here in the question they ask you to find abscissa. Abscissa is nothing but x coordinate. So we need to find x3. So substitute y3 equal to 2x3 in the first equation, which gives 5 root 5 equals half into modulus of x3. y3 is nothing but y3 is 2x3, so 4x3 minus 5, which gives 5 root 5 equals half into modulus of 5 into x3 minus 1. So 5 gets cancelled. You get mod of x3 minus 1 equals 2 root 5. So there are two possibilities. One is equal to 2 root 5 and other is x3 minus 1 equals to minus 2 root 5. Which case x3 equals 1 plus 2 root 5 or x3 equals 1 minus 2 root 5. So there are two possibilities for this ordinate, for this abscissa. Let's check. Let's check the options. 1 plus 2 root 5 is there in the option, and let's see if there is other option 1 minus 2 root 5. There is no other option 1 minus 2 root 5. So the answer is 1 plus 2 root 5. But there are two possibilities for point B, because this B can be here also. The similar point B can be here such that the area is same and the slopes are also perpendicular. Let's see the another question. This is also given in JEE Main 2020 because there are so many shifts. In each shift, there are given 1 or 2 questions in straight lines. The question is the locus of midpoint of perpendiculars drawn from point on the line x equal to 2y. Let's say this is x equal to 2y. To the line x equal to y. Let's say there is other line x equal to y. He asked to find locus. Locus is nothing but trace of that point. Locus is nothing but trace. You just need to find that point lies on which curve. That is only meaning of locus. So we need to find the midpoint of perpendiculars drawn from the points on line. Let's take, there is a point. If you draw a perpendicular, you get another point which is on x equal to y. Similarly, from this, if you draw the another perpendicular, similarly from this point, if you draw other perpendicular, so we need to find the midpoints of all these perpendiculars. If you join all these points, you get a curve. We need to find that curve. Let's take a random point on x equal to 2y. Let's say this is some x dash, comma, y will be x dash by 2 because x equal to 2y. And this foot of the perpendicular will be h comma some h because x equal to y. So we know that foot of the perpendicular. So the concept involved is foot of perpendicular. We know that h minus x dash by the equation of this line is x minus y equal to 0 by 1, which is coefficient of x, equal to k. K is nothing but h here. So h minus x dash by 2 by y coefficient is minus 1 equals to minus of, we need to substitute this point in this equation, which gives x dash minus x dash by 2 by a square plus b square. A is nothing but coefficient of x, b is nothing but coefficient of y, which is 2. This is discussed in the lecture 7, where I have discussed foot of the perpendicular. If you don't know, do watch. So which gives h equals x minus x by 2 is x by 2 minus x dash by 4 plus x dash, which equals 3x dash by 4. So we know this point, which is 3x dash by 4 comma 3x dash by 4. Now we need to find locus of midpoint of these two, x dash comma x dash by 2 and h comma h. So the midpoint is you know that x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. So x dash plus h by 2 comma x dash by 2 plus h by 2. So as h is 3x dash by 4, if you substitute here, which gives 7x dash by 8 comma x dash by 2 plus 3x dash by 4 by 2, which is 7x dash by 8 comma x dash by 2 plus 3x dash by 4, which is 5x dash by 8. So this is the midpoint. Now we need to eliminate this x dash and x dash. So let's say this midpoint is some x comma y. We need to find the equation in terms of x and y. So we need to eliminate this x dash. So x equals 7x dash by 8, which gives x dash equals 8x by 7. Now y equals 5x dash by 8, which equals 5 by 8 into x dash. X dash is nothing but 8x by 7. 8 gets cancelled. You get locus, which is the trace of this midpoint x comma y, is y equals 5x by 7. So this midpoint always follow this curve. Because we got relation of this midpoint x comma y, which is y equal to 5x by 7. So this midpoint always lies in this curve. So which gives 7y minus 5x equal to 0. Let's see the options. 7y minus 5x. 7y minus 5x, which is third option. See, the whole idea is simple. We need to find foot of the perpendicular. We need to take some random point on x equal to 2y, and we need to find foot of the perpendicular from that point to the line x equal to y. We got that foot of the perpendicular as 3x dash by 4, 3x dash by 4. Because these two are equal because it lies on the line x equal to y. So we got foot of the perpendicular. Now we need to find midpoint. Midpoint is x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. So we got the midpoint as 7x dash by 8, comma 5x dash by 8. Now we need to find locus of this midpoint. Locus is nothing but we need to find the curve which satisfies this point. So we need to eliminate this x dash. Let's say this x comma y is the midpoint. I eliminated x dash so that I got the curve equation in terms of x and y. We got 7y minus 5x equal to 0. So option C is the correct. See, now we completed JEE Main 2020 and 2021 problems. Let's see some advanced problems. This is given in JEE Advanced 2013. See, the question is for a greater than b greater than c greater than 0, the distance between 1 comma 1 and the point of intersection of lines ax plus by plus c equal to 0, bx plus ay plus c equal to 0 is less than 2 root 2. So we need to find point of intersection. So we need to solve these two. We got the point of intersection, and 1 comma 1, let's say this is point P. 1 comma 1 and point, this is the point P, which is intersection of these two lines. The distance is less than 2 root 2. This is the given info. If you solve, we get in terms of CAB. So we will get a condition in ABC to satisfy this distance between 1 comma 1 and P less than 2 root 2. Let's solve these two equations. So this is a short trick which I have discussed in lecture 8. We need to start with coefficients of B, B, C, A, again B, A, C, B, again A. So x by cross multiplying these two and subtracting, cross multiplying these two and subtracting, BC minus AC, which is nothing but C into B minus A, which equals y by BC minus AC, which is also B minus A, equals 1 by A square minus B square. So that implies x equal to minus C by A plus B, comma y equals to minus C by A plus B. Because A square minus B square is A minus B into A plus B. This B minus A and A minus B cancels. You get a minus 1 on the numerator. See, you got x equal to y. But by seeing the equations of these two, you can simply say that if you interchange x equal to y in the first equation, you get the second equation. So that means x equal to y is the intersection of these two. So if you put x equal to y, then you get x into a plus b equals to c equal to minus c. That implies x equal to minus c by a plus b. So you need not to solve these all. Just by seeing equations, even if you interchange x and y in the first equation, you are getting the second equation. So the intersection has the abscissa and ordinate equal. So we got x equal to minus c by a plus b, y equal to minus c by a plus b. So we got the point P. Now distance between these two. What is distance? Root over x2 minus x1 or x1 minus x2, because there is a square, anything will be equal. y1 minus y2 whole square, or y2 minus y1. Anything is same. So which gives, let's say this x1 comma y1, this is x2 comma y2. So root over minus c by a plus b minus 1 whole square plus minus c by a plus b minus 1 whole square. These two terms are equal, which gives root over 2 into minus c a plus b take to the numerator, which gives minus c minus a minus b by a plus b whole square. But given that distance is less than 2 root 2. See, the distance is less than 2 root 2, which implies root over 2 into minus c minus a minus b whole square can be written as a plus b plus c by a plus b whole square less than 2 root 2. This 2 root 2 and this 2 gets cancelled. This root 2 and 2 cancels, which gives root over a plus b plus c by a plus b whole square less than 2. So this and this cancels, which gives modulus of a plus b plus c by a plus b less than 2. But we know that a, b, c are greater than 0. So the modulus of a plus b plus c by a plus b will be a plus b plus c by a plus b, because the inside term is positive, because a, b, c, a, b are all positive, which is less than 2, which gives a plus b plus c less than 2a plus 2b. So take all to the one side, which gives minus a minus b plus c less than 0. Or you can multiply with minus 1 or take all the terms to other side. We get a plus b minus c greater than 0. See the option A. You got minus a minus b plus c, which is same as a plus b minus c greater than 0. So answer is option A. So this is so simple. The question is clear. We need to find the intersection of these two equations, and we need to find the distance between 1 comma 1 and the intersection of these two, and you got a condition which is less than 2 root 2. If you solve that, you got a plus b minus c should be greater than 0. For solving these two equations, you need not to solve by this if it takes time, but if you observe these two, you can simply say that the ordinate and abscissa of this intersection are equal, because if you interchange x and y in the first equation, you will get the second equation. So x equal to y is a condition for that intersection. We got the same, minus a by a plus b and minus a by a plus b. Let's see the next question. This is given JEE Advanced 2019. Let's see the question. The line y equal to mx plus c intersects the circle x minus 3 whole square plus y plus 2 whole square equal to 25 at the points P and Q. If the midpoint of line segment PQ has x coordinate minus 3 by 5, then which of the following options are correct? You may think that there is an interlinked concept with the circles, but there is no interlink. You just need to know how this equation of circle looks. See, this is nothing but the distance between x comma y and 3 comma minus 2 equal to 5. So 3 comma minus 2 and the radius is 5. See, let's take a random point on the circle x comma y such that the distance between x comma y and 3 comma minus 2, which is root over x minus 3 whole square plus y plus 2 whole square equal to 5. Root over 25 is 5. You don't need to know even this to solve this question, but I am saying to imagine how this problem is. So this y equal to mx plus c, let's say this is y equal to mx plus c. This intersects at 2 points such that the midpoint, let's say this is x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2. So given is x1 plus x2 by 2 equals minus 3 by 5. Okay, what is the idea of solving this? Intersection point is nothing but we need to solve these two. So if you put y equal to mx plus 1 in this equation, you get an quadratic equation in x. If you solve those two if you solve that quadratic equation which has two roots, those two roots are nothing but x1 and x2. Because we solve these two, there are two intersection points which is x1 and x2. So the roots of the quadratic equation in x, when you substitute y equal to mx plus 1, is nothing but x1 and x2. See, x minus 3 whole square plus y. Y is nothing but mx plus c, because we need to find the intersection of this line and the circle, equals to 25. So if you expand this, x square plus 9 minus 6x plus m square x square plus 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 square is 9, plus 6mx equals to 25. So which gives x square into m square plus 1 minus 6x into 1 minus m plus 18 minus 25, which is minus 7, equal to 0. So this is the quadratic equation. If you solve the roots are x1 and x2. The roots are x1 and x2. So we know that in a quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c, alpha plus beta, where alpha and beta are roots, equals to minus b by a. This is 9th standard or 10th standard basics. So we know that alpha plus beta is minus b by a. But we know that midpoint x1 plus x2 by 2 is minus 3 by 5. x1 plus x2 is nothing but sum of the roots. So x1 plus x2 equals to minus b by a. Minus b is minus of 1 minus m, minus of minus is plus, by a. A is, this is a, this is b. The b is minus 6 into 1 minus m is minus b by a, which is m square plus 1. So x1 plus x2 by 2 equals to minus 3 by 5. So which gives 3 into 1 minus m by m square plus 1 equals to minus 3 by 5. 3 gets cancelled. You get m square plus 1 equals to 5 into m minus 1. So m square minus 5m plus 6 equal to 0, which is m minus 1. If we factorize this, you got m minus 2 into m minus 3 equal to 0. So m equal to 2, comma 3, 2 or 3. So let's see the options. So m lies in minus 3 to minus 1. This is wrong. M lies from 4 to 6. This is also wrong. M lies from 6 to 8. This is also wrong. But m lies in 2 to 4, because 2 and 3, which lies in this region 2 to 4. So the option B is correct. So the whole concept is solving those two, and we get a quadratic in x, and the sum of the roots is given, which is minus 6 by 5. So if you do, you get a quadratic in m. So if you solve, you get values for m, which is